look that way. Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Simone Doster, I'm the CEO of Insurtech Australia, and I'm delighted to kick off today's event. DXC is one of our fantastic partners, and we've worked with them on this program for a number of years. We've got a number of our members here, and it's going to be a great day. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land. In the spirit of reconciliation, it's so important that we recognise their continuing, enduring recognition to country, and I pay my respects to any elders present here today and emerging. And with that, I'm going to hand straight over to Murray because we've got such a big agenda.
Thank you very much. Round of applause, please. Okay, I'm going to keep this very brief because the exciting part is being held up by me. And I just want to say one thing really quickly, which is DXC has been incredible to work with on this. Over the years, I've seen DXC continue to invest in engaging with startups, providing wonderful opportunities for them and providing wonderful opportunities for DXC partners to engage with innovative new solutions. No one is doing this better than DXC, and no one does it better than Michael Neary, specifically. So please make him welcome, Michael Neary.
Thanks, Murray. And thank you, Simone. Really exciting. So Insurtech Australia, if you're not a member and you're a startup, it's a must join. Great investment. I think you just did tours to Las Vegas. It's just such a great community to be part of. So please join them. And we're a privilege to be part of that from the corporate side, but as a startup, it's really a must join. And also, I just want to thank Murray and UTS for hosting us. It's a mutual admiration society. And Murray has made such a difference to the Australian startup economy, from everything from fish burners through to UTS, and once again the startup muster going this year with Murray and the team. So thanks, Murray. I would like to thank everyone for giving up their time, joining us online, and for coming here today. We're really excited to hear from all the startups. And I will say, so at DXC, we don't invest in the startups, we encourage it. I have something I think I've said since we started this 6 years ago. The risk is with DXC or any big corporate, we love startups. I love startups. You will get such a big bear hug, you will suffocate to death. You need to keep your independence, you need to keep your innovation, and that's the value you bring, and we don't want to break that, but we want to encourage it. And probably one of our biggest success stories has been Daisy. It was a winner in 2019 of this competition. It's now rolled out. I know we're talking across a number of insurers now, which sort of shows you the life cycle you've got to expect. We deployed it 2 years ago within DXC. It's getting deployed shortly in New South Wales. It's really building up. So that's the sort of value you get out of this, is that exposure. And I know they've also been hosted in the US. And DXC does take the startups global. One of the runner-ups, so it doesn't, if you don't win today, don't get disheartened. Spring Day didn't win, yet it's deployed by DXC across the entire region. 40-odd thousand people use it today, plus customers right across the globe. So another success story. Wasn't a winner, but it's this sort of thinking that gets it all going. I would like to thank all the judges. First up, we have Troy from Emergence. Troy, I would have once said was a startup, now a very established player in the cyber insurance market, global reach. Fantastic to see how you've grown. So thank you. Can you please thank Troy for coming along today? Online we have Ruth Goldwater. Ruth is recently appointed Acting Chief Information Officer at Fidelity Life. Have we got Ruth up? Thanks, Ruth, for joining us. Worked across a range of financial services, and I hope you see in the judges we've chosen and that have volunteered, such breadth of experience is fantastic. So let's bring New Zealand in. We've got Sydney. I'd like to also acknowledge and welcome Yusuf Aman from Abu Dhabi National Insurance Company. Yusuf oversees the service functions, including centralised operations, engineering, PMO, IT, wealth of experience. Please welcome Yusuf. And from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, we welcome Siva, Head of Digital and General Organisation for Social Insurance Saudi Arabia. A great company. In recent years, Siva transformed and grew Tawanya and Al Raja Takaful into one of the major insurers in the kingdom. So Takaful, for those of you that haven't worked in that area of insurance, it's a really interesting product. It meets Islamic law. It's something a bit different. If you haven't looked at it, go and learn about it, because it's just another aspect of insurance around the globe. We also have Simone, who's known to all of you from her introduction, and I thank Simone for coming along and the support that Insurtech Australia has given to DXC. And then finally, Terry Sweeney. Terry is from Return to Work South Australia. So as well as the globe, we have South Australia here. Welcoming you along, Terry. Bring another perspective. So if you think around it, we've got multiple countries, different product lines, from cyber to Takaful to the return to work. And return to work, if you haven't dealt with that before, it's one of the really interesting areas of insurance, and it's a privilege really to have you here, because what Terry and his organisation do is get people back to work at probably the worst time in their lives. So it's a fabulous job you do for society. So thank you, and thank you for being a judge. So just quickly from the judges, we're going to get a quick understanding of the current landscape. So Troy, what do you think why do you think innovation in the insurance industry is so important?
Well, risks are changing. So whether it's climate change, whether it's cyber, people's lives change all the time. So you've got to continually adapt and think about different things in the way that you transfer those risks. Customers, they're wanting different experiences. They want to consume data in different ways. They want to deal with insurers in different ways. So insurance companies need to think about how they do that. And then lastly, I think innovation internally. So from a company perspective, how do I become more efficient and better at what I do? And how does technology play a role in that, rather than just have people just churning out manual processes, etc. So I think innovation across all those three aspects is quite key.
Thanks, Troy. And I think congratulations on your innovation, because you picked cyber well before it started, and now it is just such a mainstream product for all of us and so important to the economy. Ruth, looking at New Zealand, what are some of the industry challenges you're seeing now that would benefit from innovation?
I think across the industry, there's a real need to realise significant increases in productivity, but whilst also controlling costs. I think this really brings a clear opportunity for innovative solutions that will enable our talent to focus on high value activities, such as dealing with complex customer needs, while they're augmented by AI and other innovative technology solutions.
That perspective on innovation, and I think we're seeing a lot of themes coming through here. Yusuf, why is innovation important to you? And thanks for agreeing to judge today.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, good day, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. My name is Yusuf Amin, and I work for Abu Dhabi National Insurance Company. So we are one of the largest composite insurers out of the GCC and the largest general insurer in the UAE. So innovation is definitely important for us, because innovation is becoming increasingly critical to the long-term success of insurers. With innovation, we can develop what I will call sustainable competitive advantages within the company. But it's also important to realize that innovation has become some sort, at one level, a global language. There is a need for people to adopt change, ensure that technology can be used for the benefit of the industry, because especially in many parts of the world, insurance still is not considered an innovative industry. So at ADNIC, of course, our mission is to offer quality and innovative products. And given the vast ecosystem that's now available for companies, especially on the innovation side, I think it's a great opportunity for companies to reach out, and engage the broader ecosystem, including startups, whether it's government entities or universities, or even peers, because there's a lot of things that can be done on the technology side which can really benefit companies as a whole. I think the important thing is, just to summarize, is tools are available. It's just the mindset that needs to be changed.
Thanks, Yusuf. And I think that's that perspective too of the insurance industry being not innovative. I really appreciate all the startups showing an interest, because we are a dynamic industry, we're an important industry for society, and yet we have an image that I've heard referred to as male, pale and stale. And as Yusuf said, innovation is so important to getting rid of that stale image. Siva, where do you see the future of insurance?
Hi everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. And I'm speaking to you from GOSI. GOSI is one of the largest pension funds in the Middle East and North Africa. I think from a future perspective, there are three large, let's say, are becoming visible. One, I think insurers are becoming more into responsible indemnification. As I say, policyholders expect more from us, and it is very, very critical for us to give more value for their money. That essentially means, how can we reward good behavior? How can we give them better value proposition? So product differentiation, that's one thing. The second larger direction is in terms of how could we provide value-added personalization to their journey. The trend, I think digitization is driving it. So the more and more we and journeys to simplify their experience, people will stay with you, will grow with you, and will buy more from you. And the third perspective is, I think more and more insurers see they are part of an ecosystem. Insurance is not just about paying claims, but it is also about participating in somebody's life. So ecosystems are the future distribution channels, I would say. To put it in an example, a car insurance company is better placed to be part of the car leasing journey more than just the insurance value chain, because then you are part of a decision to buy the car, and hence you sell better, and you also provide them more value-added products. So I think these are three large directions. They are not the only one. There are many more, but I believe the insurer will become much more omnipresent in different platforms.
And thanks for sharing that perspective, and particularly the ecosystem, just how important it is. And just to get the final judge's perspective from Terry, innovation, Return to Work South Australia, getting people back to work. Where do you see innovation can help you?
I think kind of that trifecta of focus areas for innovation. The first one on meaningful outcomes for people who, in our case, they're at a lower ebb. They've had often a significant accident or injury, and I guess all parts of insurance, it's covering us for events that we don't really necessarily want nor need. So how can we drive? Is that any better? It's not really. I can talk a lot louder. There you go.
The accent gets stronger.
That's it. Subtitles available here. Driving meaningful outcomes for customers, improving the customer experience. I took full advantage of Cyber Monday yesterday, and I bought a new jacket, not this one, on Amazon, and it was a wonderful experience from a customer perspective. Amazon knows me. It knows what I like, what I want. It knows my characteristics. It personalizes the service to me, which encourages me to buy more things online. How can we get some of those ideas? And I guess the last thing is around the data. At Return to Work, we have decades of claims data that we just don't really tap into. So how do we get insights from the data? I read some interesting stats the other day. I think of all the data that exists in the world today, 90% of it was only created in the last 2 years. And in our industry, in workers' compensation and social insurance, the data is doubling every 73 days, but largely it kind of sits there and it's a little bit dormant. So how can we use innovation and technology to tap into that data to drive more insights?
Thanks, Terry. So hopefully for all the startups, you've heard from very senior people across the industry, their perspectives of the future and innovation. And if you are looking for next year's ideas, build it to one of the problems. Category 1, so starting off now, getting into the meat of tonight, which is the awards. Category 1 is all about a standalone product. So this is designed to be deployed really quickly in an insurer. It's a product with the capability to address issues in insurance in the areas of prevention, remediation, engagement, an offering that can reduce risk and improve compliance. And each pitch is going to have 4 minutes, and the judges will then vote on the solution they think brings the latest innovation to the insurance cycle. So this is a standalone product. How does it work? Doesn't need to interface with anything, but it makes a difference. And with that, let's hand over to our first pitcher, Free Motion AI, Colin McKinnon. Colin. You're on mute.
Hi, everyone.
Saying let's become.
Yeah. Thanks for having us as part of the DXC Innovation Challenge. I'll just wait for my slides to get up here. There we go. Hi. Our technology aims to improve employee health by analyzing human dynamics using digital video of workers performing their jobs. So I'll walk you through our AI-driven engine that makes it easier than ever to identify and quantify workplace MSD risk for ergonomics, task redesign, and return to work. Our human risk assessment technology uses everyday devices like smartphones, laptops, and tablets, and easily integrates into existing technologies as well with our SDKs and APIs. We answer critical questions about physical wellness, active living, and ensuring employees are working safely. We're applicable in any industry and have significant traction after being recognized by the US National Safety Council for our innovative approach to MSD prevention. As you'll see, our AI-trained analysis extracts and processes complex motion and risk assessment data from any video source. Next slide, please. Our computer vision and AI-driven technology accepts your pre-recorded video of a worker performing a task or video captured directly through flashlight as part of our mobile application. Using flashlight, just like you'd point a regular flashlight to see what's in the dark, you can use your phone to instantly see our hot zones in red and yellow to identify elevated MSD risk. Use this as a triage tool and quickly scan multiple people at multiple jobs and prioritize the highest risk in your workplaces. And then capture video directly and feed it into our powerful 3D neural net engine for advanced analysis. So this video first goes through our computer vision layer to track where that person is moving in the video frame. And then through our machine learning layer to build a full body 3D model of your workers performing their essential tasks. And then finally through our analytics layer to extract the data that you care about. We have hundreds of risk analysis data points and several built-in ergonomics assessments that we distill down to a set of actionable insights for any movement in any environment. Next slide. For an on-site user, the process really couldn't be easier. So you simply select the type of analysis you want to perform, if you advance the slide there. Here we're looking at occupational injury risk assessment, but we have a growing library of built-in range of motion, functional, and high-performance movement analyses to look at not only the worker's physical demands, but what they're physically capable of doing. If we move to the next, there we go. Next, we select the worker performing the task, or you can add a new worker with only their height and weight required. Next. And then we capture a video of that task being performed. So all you need is good lighting and to keep the worker in the video frame. Here we see some video being captured from our mobile app using flashlight. And then we just tap Analyze Assessment in the bottom corner. Next. And then once that video is captured, analysis just takes 5 to 10 seconds, and then you'll have all your data at your fingertips using our 3D view, video view, or report view. Next. Once an assessment is complete, whether from our mobile app, web portal, or via API, they'll populate both our mobile and web dashboards. Next. Here you can track each individual assessment. And if we go next again, you can organize by category to easily find and target the lowest scores, which indicate a need for intervention. And then you can view your assessment reports in detail. We create technology really to overcome the usability, expertise, and cost barriers that challenge injury claim programs. So if you want to use our mobile app, that's great. If you want to embed our engine directly into your system, well, we can do that too. So really think of 3Motion AI as the engine that powers your assessments. Thank you.
Thanks, Colin. And we'll be moving through fairly quickly because of the numbers here. So next up, Staunch.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Got some volume? And it's still good evening, everybody. Workplace injuries hurt. They hurt your reputation, they hurt your bottom line, but most importantly, they hurt the people that we care about and the people that you, or no, actually all of us, are responsible for protecting. Musculoskeletal injuries continue to account for more than half of our workers' compensation claims. And these costs are only going to increase with the ageing workforce, increasing medical costs and wages costs, and then, of course, secondary psych claims. My name is Dr. Jenny Legg. I'm the founder and CEO of Staunch Technology. Staunch Technology reduces the numbers and costs of workers' compensation claims related to musculoskeletal injuries. We have reduced claim numbers by 69%, and we have reduced claims costs by 95% in the first 12 months. We do this through whole person job fitting. We are the only solution that can objectively match worker abilities to job demands for the whole person. We look at physical factors, psychosocial factors, environment, PPE, and health and hygiene factors. Our risk formulas are based on evidence. Our job fitting process can quickly identify which workers are at risk and which tasks affect that risk. Our interactive body risk profile not only shows the risks of the job, not only shows the risks of the worker, but actually shows the risk of that worker in that job. So employers, insurers, and providers can use that to rapidly identify suitable duties, identify which parts of the job can be redesigned, and also to inform proactive and preventative workplace injury strategies. Of course, all of the documents can quickly go out to health providers for improved communication, so we've got better decisions and faster return to work. Staunch Technology and our platform helps employers, insurers, providers, and workers. The top 3 benefits for insurers are a rapid and durable return to work to reduce workers' comp claims costs and, importantly, prevent the secondary psych claims as well. Our automated risk profiling is used to predict and prevent workers who are at increased risk of injury. My doctorate research, which is built into the tech, identified that when there's a mismatch between worker capabilities and job demands, those workers are between 3 and 5.8 times more likely to have an injury associated with manual handling. Our interactive job task library improves communication for health providers, and particularly for those who might be inexperienced in the field or inexperienced in that industry. So again, better communication and better decisions. And of course, a fourth bonus for DXC in particular is our platform can integrate with other technologies in this space, including others who are presenting here today. So we are Staunch. We are currently in market. We are protecting more than 130,000 workers in the production economy. So companies in mining, transport and logistics, utilities, retail, construction and food processing. We have an established team of experts, many of us who have worked together for many years, and I've got two in the audience there today, Zach and Jared. Between us, we have more than 40 years' experience in workers' compensation, return to work and injury prevention. We know this pain and we know how to relieve this pain. We are reducing workers' compensation claims and costs. Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny. And even with just two, I'm now confused. So I'm looking forward to hearing the rest. And next up, we have virtual Rebecca Crompton from Health and Safety Index. Over to you, Rebecca.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. The Health and Safety Index is an online tool that helps organisations measure, focus and act on valuable data that enables health and safety improvements that matter to businesses. And the injured workers that we've sort of been discussing early on today. It enables businesses to provide valuable insights, receive feedback at scale and put all voices into one place. Our Diagnostic Health and Safety Index survey has been independently evaluated by a PhD from Murdoch University to ensure the benchmarks are both statistically valid and reliable. Our products are designed to move beyond lag indicators to forecast trends and have reliable benchmarks. You'll know that most businesses face challenges where they've got disparate measurement of and understanding of health and safety performance across the business and their people. There's a lack of tangible data and insights to truly understand their health and safety performance and levers for action. They have poor health and safety performance with initiatives and investments not making a difference, so leading to more injured workers in the workplace. And leaders are focused on incidents and consequences, which leads to continuing to see ongoing injuries in workplaces. So the Health and Safety Index then provides an ability for you to listen, engage to workforces at scale, measure performance reliably, discover the unknown from workforces, and I think it's particularly curious in the space of injured workers. Understanding their feedback and their lived experiences to prevent future workers, the next worker, being injured. Identify hotspots and forecast trends, and importantly, levers for action. So what does that data tell us? And then what are our levers for action? Next, thank you. Case study example here, a client of ours had undertaken the Health and Safety Index over a number of years, and over the years they have seen stark increase in their Health and Safety Index result. So each year it goes from low performing to high performing score result based on the 10-minute survey that your worker, be it contractor or employee, inputs their information. And what they have seen over the year, that their TRIFR, or their total recordable injuries, decreased at the same time as their index score increased. And that was solely due to feedback coming in through and them having a targeted strategy to improve things like just culture in their workforce, targeting things that matter rather than there's an incident happened, the worker is injured, that's going to impact my KPI and my bonus, that's going to increase my insurance claims, that's going to increase costs for our business. So they were able to shift by utilising this to metrics that matter. Next, thank you. So investment in the health and safety index in the last couple of years, we are 4 years young, has delivered efficiencies in the product as part of our continuous improvement roadmap. So you'll see on the left-hand side there, that is a traditional dashboard that provides insights, provides things that are going well, it provides insights for a business or a work group, dependent on a demographic and it could be that, as you'll see there, 2 in 5 workers are adversely affected, work is adversely affecting their sleep. So it provides real-time dashboard reporting, immediate insights and levers for action. And you'll see in early 2024, we'll have an app where leaders can access either static or live data for their with the feedback that's coming through from their workforce. Next, please. So the health and safety is unique because it is reliable and valid, as I mentioned at the outset. It covers both health and safety, which I think covers off these emerging risks of our psychosocial and increasing in stress claims that we've seen year on year. It's engaging, it's scalable, provides those lead indicators for a work group. It's targeted, simple for workers to complete, less than 10 minutes. And we have business intelligence tools that are in there. So I think in summary, the Health and Safety Index is a tool to enable a mindset to be changed. The voice and insights need to be captured and acted on, and this is a tool to be able to do that. It's a solution that enables business and industry to target risk reduction strategies based on insights, real insights provided by workforce or our work group, and it's an opportunity to have insights from your workers, from their work environments, and align transformation programs in a work group or industry to reduce harm to people, ease burden on individuals, businesses and industry for future workers. So both injured workers and those future potential injured workers. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. And now in person, we have Georgie Drury from Metaluma. Over to you, Georgie. Thank you.
Move it across. Good afternoon. I'm absolutely delighted to be here today. The past 10 years working in digital health has led me to this spot, and I'm delighted to introduce you to my company, Metaluma. We're focusing on building a new model of care for women, and we're really looking at that preventative health space. So that's why insurers should sit and listen to us. And the first thing that we're focusing on is perimenopause and menopause. And why? Because we have such a huge burden on employers, society, and insurers. At the moment, a superannuation company report has recorded perimenopause and menopause as a $112 billion problem, which according to some analysts is 3 times the size of mental health in this country. Because we're seeing staff quit, and we know that it's really hard to retain workers, especially if they're over 45, which is their prime time of actually contributing to society. So let's have a look at this. These are some of the stats. We know that 50% of women report that perimenopause and menopause affects their work. And a lot of this is coming down to sleeplessness. It's coming down to having hot flushes at work. I don't know if anyone saw Imogen Crump a few weeks ago on ABC TV, but it's really the brain fog. And what we're seeing in some industries, especially in nursing, they're like, I'm too scared to do my job for fear of making a mistake. So we need to start looking at that and taking it seriously. We know that 40% of women are taking more sick leave, and they're actually lying about their sick leave. They're saying, I've got a depression or anxiety issue, when in fact they're actually wanting time off to take it off to deal with their menopausal symptoms. The scary thing is we know that they're reducing their hours or not putting their hand up for promotion. So these innovative organisations that are wanting increased women in leadership and better diversity and inclusion numbers are suggesting that no, the women are not there. And finally, 10% leave work because of their symptoms. So women have told us what they want. Professor Cronin and Rhonda Wilson from Newcastle University have said they want connection, evidence-based digital support with access to experts. And we have delivered a step-by-step solution that works. We have validated our approach with Western Sydney University and the Digital Health CRC. So step 1 is coaching. We have the uplift in health literacy. So women, instead of trying to go to a doctor and unpack the 27 symptoms in 15 minutes, they get 90 minutes across 6 weeks to deal with medical personnel to see what's going on. And the second part is the really interesting part. It's access to immediate care. We have an AI triage tool that can spit out care pathways, and then we have remote monitoring of symptoms. So our medical personnel can intervene before someone falls off the edge and rocks up into a doctor's surgery already sick. We love our Ask Uma, which is our live algo and chat function, and we believe this is an alternative to EAP, which in corporate Australia is the catch-all for all the problems that are out there. So how do we make money? We love channel partnerships. We're about to be onboarded with one of Australia's top health insurers. Love a quote. This is exactly what we've been looking for. It's a one-stop shop that can scale. And similarly, we know that women's health is their 2024 priority. If we can solve for mum, we can solve for all the family. And we've got advanced conversations with workers' comp and also life insurance here and also in the UK, which is a lot more advanced than we are in this space. But we also love direct-to-consumer. We have a lot of word of mouth of women coming to us, and we are then trying to work out what our actual cost of acquisition will be to go live in that. But fundamentally, we know it works. I finally feel heard, and they've got the knowledge and the support, and it's the ongoing care. As I say, I can't do it alone. I have an incredible co-founder, Dr. Nicole Avard, who is an integrative GP and on the board of RACGP reporting on this space, and Dr. Chandra Pereira, who is an ophthalmologist and has also studied AI at Stanford. He's building out our algos. But our ask is Metaluma needs to connect with more insurers and corporations who care enough to know that the status quo is no longer good enough. We want to keep women working, healthy and happy. They're going to look after the whole family. We're going to have reduction in divorce. We're going to have more women that are not ending up in homelessness over 55. More superannuation brings more money going around to the economy. Then and only then will businesses, society and nations thrive. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Georgie. Good to see you. Thanks, Georgie. And now from Nobi, I'd like to welcome up John Ainsley. Please hear it for John.
Hi everyone, it's actually Nobi and Wong Kenobi. We're a bunch of geeks. All right, so where am I? Okay, what's Nobi? G'day, I'm really excited to be here to tell you about Nobi. Nobi is a groundbreaking SaaS solution that's revolutionising how instructional content is created, shared and managed. Our platform seamlessly integrates text, video and photos to deliver unparalleled instructional experiences. In the insurance industry, clarity and efficiency are key. Nobi directly addresses these challenges. For new customers and employees, our tool simplifies onboarding, making complex insurance products easy to understand and processes easy to follow. For raising awareness about seasonal risks, reducing insurance company exposure for things like flood, bushfire, extreme temperatures and others. Handling accidents, managing claims, driving the technology. Nobi offers a clear, interactive guide, enhancing customer engagement and support, as well as employee and partner know-how refreshes, updates, and handles any associated feedback and compliance. Loads of really cool features. We've built some really interesting capabilities around things like being able to operate when you're 100% offline, so to download instructions and know-how information directly onto your mobile devices. What sets us apart? Our intuitive platform enables anyone, and this goes from 7 years old to 80 years old, to create detailed step-by-step guides enriched with videos and photos. So think a really cool social media post, right? It's that type of ability, very easy to use, very straightforward. It's based on the findings of cognitive load theory, which improves the accuracy of task execution and enables people to acquire knowledge much more efficiently. This means faster and more effective know-how sharing. Our clients have seen really significant improvements in customer and employee satisfaction, as well as significant improvements in accuracy, operational efficiency, risk reduction, and some really, really cool cost benefits. So partnering with Nobi means elevating the insurance experience for customers, partners, and employees. It's not just about content. It's about creating a more informed, engaged, and efficient insurance ecosystem. So we'd really like to invite you as Nobi to get on this transformational journey to get really, really good instructions and know-how out to people across your ecosystem. If you think about how poorly served people are currently with this sort of information, Nobi makes it super, super easy. There's the closest competitor that we can imagine at the moment is the stuff that sits on SharePoint in the corporate world, which is usually really crappy. Or, you know, the know-how videos on YouTube, which is a bit random and you have to listen to some very, very funky accents sometimes to try and figure out what they're telling you. This is a tool that can be used in any language. You can make Nobis in English and have them translated immediately so they're available to all of your staff in any language that they want. So thanks for your time, and I look forward to a journey of Nobi helping the insurance industry.
Thanks, John. John from Nobi, thank you. And now our virtual presentation from Leap Forward. Welcome, Libby Roberts.
Hi, I'm not sure, I can't hear myself, so I will just start and hopefully that is okay. So hi everyone, my name is Libby Roberts and I'm a psychologist and I've worked in the personal injury space for almost 25 years. And so I know that there are many problems that impact the ability of insurers to effectively help individuals who have a claim and need support to get back on their feet. Despite investment in health and safety, the cost of claims increases year after year. And this impacts not only the insurers themselves, but those who pay premiums. In Australia alone, the total cost of work-related injury is about $62 billion annually. That's 4% of our GDP. And adding to the problem is the growing mental health crisis, along with a chronic shortage of health professionals. Waiting lists for psychologists is at an all-time high, and it's not going to get any easier when one therapist can only see one patient at a time. Next slide, thanks. Leap Forward's AI-driven recovery program offers an affordable, scalable solution to help individuals recover faster, which means that their claim is closed faster. Our solution improves the value chain for all stakeholders. Not only does our program restore the customer to their pre-claim state faster, it improves their overall claim experience. Feedback from insurers who have deployed our program is that their customers are delighted and feel surprised to be offered a supportive ally as they recover from their injury or illness. And this in turn positively impacts the case manager experience. It reduces their workload and also reduces friction with claimants. And of course, it positively impacts the engagement with the policy holder because it contains their premium costs and also allows their injured workers to return to productivity more quickly. But perhaps the biggest impact is reducing that $62 billion cost to the economy by helping people return to health and wellbeing in a fraction of the time and at a fraction of the cost. Next slide, please. Leap Forward is a cognitive behavioural recovery program powered by a generative AI coach who delivers well-being and resilience, which expedites return to work. Our virtual therapist multiplies and scales the expertise of one therapist exponentially and provides 24/7 evidence-based support. Independent analysis of our program shows that 77% of participants engage with the app for the duration of the 6-week program, and we gently nudge daily engagement through reminders, notifications, and clever design principles. And insurers have access to the customer dashboard, giving them real-time data around engagement and health and wellbeing metrics, and that helps them improve their decision-making. But the biggest question is, does it work? Our academic partners provide ongoing independent evaluation of our program data and our outcomes. And so we can say with a resounding yes, the program is effective at helping people recover and return to work. Next slide, please. From an efficacy point of view, we've partnered with several universities and also the Digital Health CRC to validate our program outcomes. Just as in one example, the results of our partnership with Employers Mutual were validated by the University of South Australia, and that study was published earlier this year in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation. The university analysis showed that at the end of the 6-week program, 67% of participants with a psychological injury were able to return to work in some capacity. So, according to Safe Work data, on average, a psychological injury claim lasts for around 21 weeks and costs $52,000. That's average claim. Looking at Leap Forward outcomes, you could extrapolate that if a claimant was provided with the Leap Forward program, the insurer would save $38,000 on claims costs. That's an ROI of $12 for every dollar spent. Thank you so much for the opportunity to introduce you to our innovative, scalable solution to rising claims costs.
We have Paul Salmon from MoodFix. Welcome, Paul.
Thanks, Ryan. All right, trying your entrance from the side. I have to stand. I'm a bit tall. Can everyone back see me okay? You're all right? That's why I wear loud colours too, to be noticed in the crowd. It is a privilege to be here, and congratulations to everyone that's come before me. Pretty amazing solutions. I'm here to introduce you to MoodFlex, and MoodFlex is probably the newest solution or innovation that's in the room tonight, I'd suggest. We've only been in market about 18 months, but very much enjoying the journey we're on. The page I'm showing you now is, I won't labour. I think we all know the challenge ahead. The narrative is very concerning, of course. It's unsettling to see sentences like mental injuries in workplaces are surging. Victorian Auditor General's annual report only came out last week. He wants me to use the microphone. Great. Thank you very much. So it only came out last week and showed the rate per year of mental wellbeing claims is 32% increase, significant growth in cost of mental wellbeing claims. The financial schemes or the scheme financials have a material impact on state finances, state debt, and there's an urgent need to fix the issues. So that's just a snapshot. You could fill 20 slides like that at the moment. It is quite concerning. We at MoodFlex know that prevention is the key. It's what lays behind this whole approach or new approach we're taking. But the other part of it is we have to change the conversation. We have to shift this narrative, and it's not about mental health, okay? It's not about that at all. It's about the person who wakes up in the morning who feels they've got a good handle on life, arming them with the skills that when it does happen, when they are confronted with a trigger or a situation, then they're better equipped to deal with it. I want to introduce you to some of the innovations that MoodFlex are introducing to market. The first is we are the world's first real-time mood insights platform that's both measurable and modifiable. Measurable from a data perspective, modifiable from a behaviour perspective. We're pioneering what's called mood in context analytics, and that's essentially, or simply, when it comes to environmental or behavioural data, like sleep, like activity, like light from where you're working, like the weather, we overlay that data and those patterns over your mood inputs, and we start to tell a really interesting story about what might be impacting how you feel. So we talk a lot about how you feel and helping you understand what are some of the triggers for that, and that's just for the normal person, of course. When I started on this journey, we need to tick a few boxes. The first box was the science. We all try and do that. It needs to be evidence based. We partner with Deakin University, been years of work with them around mood sciences. The other thing was the technology. I've introduced you to a couple of elements that are innovative. We had to provide real-time insights. The section is about what we do, I suppose you could say, is it's real time. We integrate into other wellbeing solutions really easily. That's a real key for us. And the customisable reporting and the privacy and anonymity of our users is paramount. So they're the key features, but really it's a secret sauce, I call it, the behavioural science, or what I like to call the what's in it for me. How do you get people engaged who aren't worried about their mood or how they're feeling? How do you get them onto a platform like this where you give them a reason and you give them power? You actually help them understand that how they feel is the most untapped resource known to them. They haven't tapped into it on a daily basis. So we start with the connection piece. And I just want to say that we want to be brave and bold with this. We know it's a delicate area. We know that mental health is a really touchy subject. It is close to home for me. It's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm standing in front of you tonight. But we had to get the what's in it for me right. So the connection piece is a start. And we look at the real-time connection to people. So we are the first mood platform to offer rewards. So there's every time you go and engage, you earn points and you earn rewards. These are not only individual rewards, but they're team rewards. So we get teams involved as well. The real-time voice to leadership. So if you're using MoodFlex, how you feel matters. And leadership are going to understand. They're going to understand from an individual perspective, of course, anonymously, but they're going to understand from a team perspective exactly where the pain points are or the pressure points are. And team pulse. So it works both ways. The company has a direct line to their teams and the work employers anytime. The engagement, well, I just want to give you a snapshot of a recent example. We launched with the AIA Vitality Mental Health and Wellbeing Benefit late October, so it's only a month in, but we've had over, just a little under 3,000 people download the app in the first 10 days, which was really cool. Since then, in the last month, there's been over 40,000 inputs, and there's been over 300 two-week negative mood trend alerts. There's lots of features and functionality I'd like to share with you tonight, but the two-week negative mood trend is just to identify with an individual. If there is a trend happening, they may or may not be aware of it, they get directed into resources and programs that can support them if they choose to go that way. So there's a really good snapshot of what's happening recently and why the what's in it for me piece works. Then there's the action piece. We see ourselves as a real-time enterprise decision-making tool. There's lots of benefits to the organisation to know how your people are feeling right now, and not many organisations can answer that question. They just don't know. So we support all sorts of consume data and leverage it to support in these key areas of reduction of claims and so on and so forth. But I thought, what the hell? A scenario for me, if we're going to get serious about this, if we're actually going to make an impact, then we need to treat it like a physical injury. I mean, millions of people go to work today, or they're going to work tomorrow, and they've got safety regulations, they've got safety gear, they're wearing boots, they're wearing overalls, glasses, gloves, and they know that's there to protect them. But until we get people checking in a couple of times a day, it takes 5 seconds to do each check-in, so 10 seconds of your life. Until we make that mandatory, and if we do succeed in that, we're going to have a profound impact on those stats I showed you before, because people are unwittingly and unknowingly self-regulating. And once we get that done at population level, then it's an exciting time for tackling mental health. We're not here necessarily to fix people, we're here to help people be prepared for what might come down the track. So great opportunity tonight to share it with you. There's lots more I'd like to share, but yeah, it's a privilege to be a part of it. Thank you.
And that's the first round, which is all like category 1, so the standalone. Moving on to category 2, this is where DXC has a system, DXC Assure, so it's core systems for many of insurers across Australia and across the globe. And we ask that these entrants find a way to connect, so using APIs. And it means if they can connect with us, many ways they can connect to any of the insurance systems around the world. So it's a very important other aspect to this is how do you connect, because we know there's two ways, systems that stand alone and systems that need to integrate. And first up, and I will apologise first if I get pronunciations wrong, so please correct me if this comes through incorrectly. Insalon Sai Lakshmida.
That's pretty close actually. Yeah, that's Sai, you can call me Sai, and it's Insalon. Thank you. Hi, can we have Insulion's slide, please? Yeah. Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me because I cannot hear anybody else. So this is Sai here. I'm from Insulion. I'm the Chief Product Officer there. Insulion is our digital sales and underwriting platform. There are a lot of numbers. I think this will be available elsewhere. So we're 24 years old. We work with 40 plus insurance customers, etc. So let's go to the problem statement. Next slide, please. Okay, now the background is typically core systems like DXC and many core systems are designed for stability. Next slide, please. But what happens is they get so morphed for each carrier that they start looking totally different, and no two code bases of core implementation are the same. So most of our customers, they have dedicated teams to maintain that. Next slide, please. Now, the outcome of this is that implementations take longer, maintenance is too tough, and upgrades are very scary. So most of the time, upgrades are avoided, and they take years to upgrade and things like that. So this is where we try to come in. Next slide, please. Okay, what we do is we connect with existing core systems. We don't do core systems. We connect with existing core systems, like they are a system of record. And we bring in the system of intelligence into this layer where we have a low-code approach to generate some 1,000+ outcomes and all that. And we also provide a system of engagement where it's a no-code approach to Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, if you look at the system of intelligence, there are some tools and there are some outcomes. The tools that we provide are, there is a product layer, there's a configurator, workflows, and we provide a workbench. These are all low-code based zone. Now, the outcomes will be like, how do you fail fast and create more products, more variants and things like that? How do you cover new units like miles, few hours, and so on? How do you create bite-sized products and things like that? To make all this easier is what we bring into the intelligence layer, and we connect it to the core system. And together, the final outcome is going to be how can you enable carriers to sell more, create delegated constructs like master policy and certificates, create group constructs where you want to sell medical group like credit secure, you and sell more and increase the ticket sizes also. And then how do you create, we see across in some markets, how do you create multi-line constructs, like you mix a motor product and let's say an accident product or a home insurance product and try to package it and then try to see how you distribute it in the marketplace. Yeah. Next slide, please. Then we move to the system of engagement layer. Here we provide standard tools like the ABCs. You see the agent portal, bank assurance portal, client portal, group portal. Portals are there. We've already done this. We've been doing this for 5 to 10 years now. The outcomes are basically how can you be a modern carrier? Being an omni-channel is a given. How can you embed your covers in any different digital partner? How can you connect with various ecosystem players? And while we do that, how do we make it easier? So we make it pretty easy by having collaboration tools. We make it easy by enriching all the submissions with external APIs and all that. Next slide, please. Next, please. Yeah. And modern ways of outcomes are basically how do you create coupons? You have a campaign and then you circulate coupons, and like the way Amazon does coupons, or banking system does this pretty well. So there are certain learnings that we have taken from there, and then we have a coupon management system internally. How do you do combo product selling? And then how can you upsell and cross-sell when you're, let's say, having members in a group and you want to upsell more covers or additional products and things like that. So all these come out of the box in our system of intelligence and system of engagement layer. Next slide, please. I'll take a pause here and I'll just talk about a small use case which won an award for one of the clients, which is MSIG in India. Celent had covered this. They took this approach of having the core, externalizing the product underwriting and the digital layers into a different layer on cloud. And once they have done this, they were able to really scale up, and they have 100+ digital partners today. Now, in conclusion, what are the benefits that can come to DXC is basically we can help you make implementations much faster. Your maintenance will be simpler because you will have a standard piece of DXC core that is being implemented across all clients. Yeah. Thank you, Bray.
And now if we could welcome from Agilux Cloud Insurance, Mahandeep, another virtual presentation.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Cool. First of all, thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm Deep, the founder and CEO of Agilix. We are working on area to improve the digital intermediaries, brokers, agencies. We think we can do a lot of work in this to improve the overall insurance digitalization. So today I'll be presenting a solution which is for the PNC insurers. How do they manage their commercial brokers? Next, please. If you look at the overall commercial insurance distribution, there are a lot of players involved in it. That's a lot of manual work happens. Mostly it's email, Excels, PDFs. But if you go in an ideal world, next please, we would expect it to be some kind of a cloud where everybody is talking in a very digitalized way, but this is far from the reality. Next please. There are few guys, next please. There are few guys who actually tried to do something this, but never really reached a good success. So one of the reason we felt why this never worked is, next please, the two key players in this whole equation are the brokers, and these guys are highly manual. If they are not digitally internally, it's very difficult for them to interact with the insurers and reinsurers in a digital way. And that is what we want to tackle using this particular proposal. We want to do it in a 2 stages. Next, please. The first solution is where we have built a full ERP application for commercial insurance brokers to digitalize their internal operation. On one side, we digitalize their sales operation, starting from lead, inquiry, broking slip interactions with the brokers till the whole accounting. And on the second stage, we digitalize their after-sales service, the policy administration, upgrades, the renewals, claims, and all this kind of stuff. We also have built something like a self-servicing portal for the customers, which normally in the B2B environment is very rare. And on the other side, we built the broker module, which is for insurers to interact with the brokers. This product, one more time, this product we have validated across 8 different paying customers across the Asia Pacific region, and there are many more people who are in our sales pipeline. What we want to do is, first stage, digitalize the insurer brokers. Second stage, the next please. The next, please. One more. So what we are proposing here is to build a brokers module which will be embedded within the core system. In this case, is the DXC's Azure core system. So the insurers or the PNC insurers will interact with the insurer brokers through this module. So I don't have to work with the PDF files or Excel files. This will work seamlessly with the standardized data interchange. We are also doing it in such a way that we take care of the brokers who are not using our system, as well as we take care of the reinsurers brokers. So if you look at the entire picture, a PNC insurer from one system should be able to work with the both sides for the direct insurance, as well as for placing it for the outward RI, where he's working with the reinsurance brokers. So this gives them all within the core system, which is in this case is the DXC, the core system. Next, please. The next slide, please. So as oops, I had 2 more slides. One more slide, sorry. Can you go back? One more slide after this. Next one slide next, please.
I think that's the last slide we have. Is that
It's
right?
okay. Can I just say? I mean, I'm not sure what is wrong with that. Actually, the offering here is whereby we give a platform for insurers to manage their brokers in a system, interact with them digitally, as well as see the status of overall what is going on with each placement, either on the direct side or on the reinsurance side. And we have seen that we have done the rough calculation. If we manage to offer it to at least 20% of the existing customers of DXC, it has a potential to generate more than 200 million in annual revenue. I'm here to have any answers, any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now over to Mike Jones from AirDocs. Welcome to the stage, Mike.
Is there a clicker?
Clicker's here.
Oh, okay, good. Oh. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much. I'm actually here in person. It says I'm virtual. And first of all, just want to thank DXC for the opportunity to present AirDocs and also give everyone a bit of an overview of what we're doing in the insurance space. Oh, that's not my slide. There we go. We founded the company 10 years ago based on the premise that insurance organisations, any size organisation, needed a faster and smarter way to communicate with their customers. We actually turned 10 in February of this year. I'm one of the co-directors and founders, and we've been in the document generation, customer communication space collectively with over 100 years worth of experience. We built the technology on 3 pillars, and the first one was you needed to be able to take data from any core system, whether it's a new system, a heritage-based system, and we needed to be able to generate any information through any channel back to that customer. And historically, that's very hard to do, very expensive to do, and generally only Tier 1 organisations can handle that capability. Also, we need to save people time. There's a lot of manual document processes inside insurance organisations, from a welcome pack to a renewal to an exit statement to a claim. A lot of them are still done with Word, or they're very complex internally, and some organisations actually outsource the whole process to a mailhouse. Mailhouses are great organisations, but when it comes to your own content, your own IP, you're probably in a better place if you're managing it yourself. And also, you want your own test development, and you want your own team to be able to make changes to those documents if it's required. Again, that was one of the other key things we needed to come up with in the solution. We've got over 110 clients globally. Majority of those customers are here in Australia. We do a lot of work in the aged care industry, banking, wealth management, superannuation, life insurance, general insurance, and we've had a very successful year with health insurance. So all organisations need to generate these type of communications, whether it's a whether it's a batch document, such as your end of financial year statements, a rate rise notice. If you're in the health insurance industry, which is a very important document, these large batch statement runs, we can actually just automate for organisations 1 or 2 times a year, or we can provide a full enterprise solution. So you need real-time document generation, ad hoc correspondence where the call centre or the claim centre needs to make specific changes to the document before it's released in a controlled environment. It's all very complex, but we've been able to build a whole end-to-end solution so you can actually generate and distribute these documents. The other key thing for insurance organisations, personalisation, upsell, cross-sell capabilities, dynamic branding. A lot of our clients have multiple brands that they need to cater for, and then we're going to deliver via multiple channel of the choice. We've got the whole thing in a box. It's all API driven. We start with very small startups, and we have some very large multinationals using the solution, but we decided we had to come up with a solution that could be used and put in and easily integrated and start at a usage price point, and we've been really successful with that model. So how do we do it? I've tried to make it as easy as possible. We integrate with API. We also have a gateway desktop application for getting data in and out of some of the older legacy technologies we deal with. We actually work with a lot of mainframes, AS400s, believe it or not, they're still out there. And they all need to generate these outbound correspondence to their clients. And a lot of those older systems could only print and generate these documents to a mailhouse. What we provide out of the box are all these delivery channels on the left-hand side. So from the right, we take the data. We actually have a composition tool where, based on the data, determines how the document is put together, dynamic business rules, and it also determines how the document is going to be delivered, which is pretty important. So with all these channels, we have baked in email, mobile, mail houses. We have 8 mail houses fully integrated with AirDocs, personalised video, digital signatures for contracts, and we also have an interactive capability for those documents that need further personalisation and audit trail on any changes made. From a round trip perspective, we can push the documents back into your customer portals, back to document management systems, and we can provide all information to the administration portal very quickly. The money shot. The business case for change. As I mentioned, a lot of organisations are looking at how they can provide a better experience to their customers, how they can reduce the cost involved in these things. Operations managers love dealing with us because they've got their hands on all the tools to find out what actually is going out the door, what's costing them, and what is actually not working. So very quickly they can make those changes. Communication managers want faster response times. They've got to make a change to a product, competitive product, whatever it happens to be. They can do it in-house very quickly. I know I'm getting a wind-up. I'm going to talk as fast as I can. Chief executives, at the end of the day, if they can get all these bits and pieces in the business case, we can get them going very quickly. It's very easy with AirDocs. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Mike. And calling up to stage now, I'd like to invite Bruce Wren from Revealer. Welcome, Bruce. And the clicker's there.
Clicker's here. Okay. And is that the right way up?
I think so.
It's reversed. Okay. All right. Good. Wrong slide deck. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I've gone too far here. Welcome to Revealer, Digitalised Documents. We're the people who bring digital twin technology to where it meets AI to produce documentation there for DXC, because we plug into DXC Azure platform and into DXC BPS, because their documents are analog. Going the wrong way, sorry, that's not good. Here we go. Okay, we're drowning in documents. There are something around 15 trillion documents in the world today, and most of them are in a format called PDF, which is now 34 years old. So it's kind of had its day. What doesn't it do? You all know this. You have to download stuff you don't want. If you want 100 pages when you want one paragraph or one section. It doesn't work on your mobile. It doesn't work in any language other than English if we're in a particular country. We're in a country where 27% of us don't speak English at home. So there you can see there a big limitation of PDF. So what we're bringing to the party here is we want to imagine every part of the insurance landscape has changed. We want to ensure that any staff member can actually make a change to a policy with 1 or 2 clicks, can access a change. A PDF staff can actually, a BPO staff can actually produce 10,000 contracts a day, piling out the door by combining variable data with standard data with jurisdictional data. With brokers, they'd like to be able to look at across 20 insurers to find the right cover for their particular client. Risk managers, they want to compare their policies against their regulators to see are they compliant. If the compliance changes, you should be able to know within an hour, not within 4 days. And finally, insurance customers would like to be able to read it in the language of their choice. So yes, we put it out in English, but then it instantly translates into Arabic and Chinese and Hindi and 100 other languages, instantly out of the box. DXC is an insurance platform from around the world. We can support them in every country. So what we really want to do is lose the 27% of time lost spent by staff looking for content. We've got 5 products that are all interlinked. Digital twin for web documents, digital twin for regulation, digital twin with generative AI to enhance what we've done with the above 2, and DXC, an API that integrates into DXC's 2 particular platforms. So, I'm having a bit of trouble here. Here we are. So what is a digital twin? Digital twin is a web-based copy of what you already have. You have a PDF, it might be 100 pages long. Within 60 seconds, it is a 100-page website. Now, every page is a URL, so individually, every page is addressable. It keeps forwarding on me here. We have an engine there that does this at massive speed and scale. An example of that is this one here. No, we're not going to have much fun here. All right, so here we are plugging straight into DXC via API, but we also plug into Microsoft 365, into SharePoint. All your content's spread all over the place, usually in 15, 20 different repositories, and they're all in disparate places, and you have to separately search for most of them in an analog world. With us in a digital twin, it is mapped to the folder and drive of the particular system that you're trying to access. And you come in via a browser. I think forwards, this is what I was trying to find before. Here's Regulation City. It's a 50,000-page website of every financial services reg in Australia. We're now going to take this global and have every insurance regulation in the world in a single platform, and that could sit inside DXC Azure. And I'm getting towards the end, if I can get the right bit here. Here's AI, so we can actually interrogate the information we have. Here's DXC Azure, would be working in a BPS environment. And on that last slide there, we haven't won an award for 2023, but so we'd love to make it a perfect record. So thank you for your time.
Good pitch, Bruce. And now I'd like to welcome Mick O'Brien from EasySend.
Great, thank you. Can you hear me okay? I guess the answer is yes. Thank you, DXC and Insurtech Australia. My name is Mick O'Brien. Great to be presenting here today. I'm the VP of Sales for the APAC region. Insurance companies are constantly intaking customer data, which creates poor customer experiences, heavy operational overheads, and long delays processing applications. Next. We work with over 100 enterprise organisations, including carriers, agencies, brokerages, TPAs, and more. Next. So what do? We create amazing customer experiences, transforming paper-based forms and processes into digital customer experiences across the entire customer lifecycle. Next. There are 4 primary ways that data intake occurs. Next, paper forms, faxes, which still exist, email attachments, and often sent via snail mail or in person, which has been the least convenient for all involved. Fillable PDFs, a band-aid approach that masquerades as digital, but typically isn't converted into meaningful data downstream. Contact centres, where valuable time is used to collect data, only to manually have to rekey that data into another system, and digital processes via web flows. This is the preferred approach for both customers and organisations. Easy to complete, all steps are operationally automated. Next. We collaborate closely with the major insurance analysts, and it's clear that everyone is focused on creating a data-driven organisation and customer experience. So why is digital transformation so important in insurance? Being able to reduce data accuracy and integration into systems are really base-level requirements to manage business risk, and being able to reduce manual work to stay competitive. Next. Creating customer experiences, customers expect today a really great intuitive experience. Next, please. This is an example. The EasySend Builder is a no-code platform that streamlines customer data intake, being able to build on-brand customer journeys, integrating into key systems, data, being able to manage complex workflows, roles and permissions, analysing data across the business and granular detail that is driven by clean data and intake processes, and being able to do this at scale. Next. This is an example of the EasySend Builder, which demonstrates how to build a digital customer journey, a drag and drop interface to build amazing customer experiences, to completely eliminate any paper forms within the business. Next. Our analytics platform allows you to see data visually and understand conversion rates on every page, providing full funnel analysis. Easily see where your customers have dropped off during a process, understand potential choke points, and how many forms are completed, so you know your customers better, assess risk faster, and can predict the future. Next. EasySend's customers value these 4 beliefs. Agile flexibility empowers you to own your customer data and be nimble. Scalability, establishing a practice for data intake wherever the need arises. Customer focused, creating high quality on-brand experiences on all channels, and compliant. EasySend has never failed a compliance assessment. Next. Thank you.
And next up virtually, we have Dan Fogarty from Avari. Welcome, Dan. Dan. You're on mute? Mute. Don't know. Is he watching? Hey?
Sorry.
You're on mute.
Try again. Thank you. Sorry for that. Thank you for the opportunity to present to you today. My name is Daniel Fogarty. I'm the former CEO for Zurich Insurance for Australia and New Zealand. And at Avari, we ran our own insurance agency, so we understand the challenges of insurance. Avari provides smart workspaces to tackle the industry's biggest challenges. We provide solutions to APIs and integrate into existing systems like DXC's systems for brokers, agencies and insurers. Avari works across the value chain, and our customers can benefit from Avari's technology for small parts or extensive parts of the value chain. We understand the common challenges in the industry. Insurance businesses don't get enough value out of their data and spend lots of time rekeying and managing data. They don't provide great customer experiences, resulting in low engagement. It's often difficult to customize or make changes to user experiences, and insurance has a high benchmark for compliance. These challenges take time away from focusing on risk management, prevention, and remediation. Next slide. Avari's smart workspaces for insurance are in three main functions: capture, digitize, and stream. Avari enables you to capture data in many different ways. This can be by collecting data directly from your user or customers. It can be by collecting data via API or accessing data from proprietary or public sources via our data stream. At the capture stage, rules can be run on the data to be checked and ready to use. This data then feeds in the digital workspace where users can collaborate together. The benefit of the digital workspace is users can interact and get to outcomes quickly. The user flow can be tailored to the situation required and be exactly what you need to get the job done. Once the work has been done, the data can be streamed to the next service. This may be sending it to the pricing or underwriting engine or to the policy administration system or exporting for documents. Next slide, please. And please play the video on the next slide. There should be a go button at the bottom. Now to show you an example of how this works. This is a renewal flow between a broker and an underwriter. In our example, the expiring policy data has been API'd into the form. You can see what action has already occurred. This form can be easily set up or changed via no code via the underwriter. In our example, the broker and the underwriter are seeing the same information in real time. The broker can change the values as required. As you see here, the broker has changed the limit in one section. The underwriter can collaborate with the broker online. Collaboration can be done in the form. The underwriter sends a question to the broker checks the data and can check with the policyholder or with their records. The process enables the online conversation to be saved. The broker responds and the data is stored so the underwriter has a history of the discussion in one place. When complete, this data is sent off to the next service. In this case, it would be to the underwriting and pricing service. Next slide, please. So at Avari, we can provide solutions to API and integrated existing systems like DXC systems, so you can get more value from your data and stop rekeying data, customize the UX and deliver great customer experiences, and meet the compliance requirements so you can spend more time on risk management, prevention, and remediation. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. And look, I do want to say thank you to the audience here and online, because I know it's a lot of pictures, but I'm finding them fascinating. And now for our next, I'd like to welcome onto stage Gordon Sallier from Encia.
Yep.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yep. Can everyone hear me? Okay, good evening to everyone. My name's Gordon and I'm one of the original people who started Encia. At Encia we provide a full lifecycle general insurance distribution, allowing underwriters to distribute any product on any channel. We were founded as a team of 5 in 2011 and we now have over 60 people. We offer an integrated policy claims and underwriting solution. We complement and extend traditional policy administration and claims systems. We have customers in Australia, New Zealand and Singapore. Our end-to-end solution is built with flexibility in mind. This means our customers and their changing needs come first. It is designed for fast, cost-effective implementations to get products to market in record time. The platform can handle complex risks, including property and rural packages, so complexity does not slow us down. First and foremost, we stay up to date with market movements and provide early support for new marketplaces, such as being the first platform to offer Aon Cover Wallet implementation. First and foremost, our team are insurance experts, coming from a diverse background, but all with experience in insurance and technology. We partner with our customers as trusted advisors. We understand insurance, so we don't need to be told, and we just want to know what makes them unique in the market. Our platform is built to support a range of customers and their needs, from Tier 1 and global insurers to startup agencies. We originally designed the platform for Tier 1 insurers and have successfully scaled to support underwriters of all sizes. Our Tier 1 insurers can run the platform on our 100% dedicated AWS enterprise service offerings for full isolation. Mid-tier insurers and large agencies can benefit from a dedicated Encia platform instance running on shared infrastructure. Startup agencies can level up their offerings using our multi-tenant entry-level offering supported by our shared services team. We currently have over 1 billion in GWP managed by our platform across our customers. We are ISO 27001 certified for your customers' peace of mind. Our focus is on commercial intermediated insurance. Our customers' main problem is in distribution. We support all the major distribution channels in the marketplace out of the box, and our customers can reach the whole marketplace as quickly as possible. Our customers' teams have access to our highly detailed and configurable staff portal, so they can efficiently manage all their business needs. We have a proven track record of integrating with our customers' traditional policy administration solutions, but we currently manage all systems integration projects ourselves. DXC partnering with Encia would allow us to achieve scale not possible on our own and allow DXC to add further value to customers through their consulting services. A partnership will provide revenue generation through consulting, implementation and ongoing support. We can quickly and easily integrate our existing delivery processes into DXC's current ways of working using DXC's own expertise. Together, we can provide customers with industry-leading solutions and support to ensure that they meet their business goals with it delivering better outcomes for both of us. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Gordon.
Thank you.
And now if you could welcome, also in person, Francois from Humanable CX.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Francoise, co-founder of Humanable CX, and we are humanising and automating digital customer experience journeys at scale with our patented human video concierge technology. So our enterprise SaaS customer engagement automation platform enables us to offer high-touch, data-driven, hyper-personalised solutions across the customer lifecycle, from new customer acquisition through to customer engagement, that's better, and also customer retention. So our patented humanised chatbot navigates customers through complex online processes and forms, from sign-up through to onboarding and through to retention in a seamless, frictionless way that reduces abandonment by bringing these to life. We're ISO 27001 certified, which enables us to have been trusted thus far by some of these organisations. And so we're able to handle data in a secure manner with those enterprise customers. And in some of the use cases, which I'll show you in a moment, the platform is available in all languages. It's omni-channel and integrates via API to all CRMs. In terms of ROI for our customers, so across the board, our insurance customers see reduced churn, reduced customer acquisition costs, reduced contact centre traffic, and expedited claims management. So in terms of case studies, so some of these are at pilot POC stage, some of them are actually now enterprise agreements, and they're utilising our solution across the customer lifecycle. And all of them see reduced customer acquisition costs, call centre traffic, reduced churn, and increased customer acquisition and retention. So as a result, we've achieved strong product market fit in Australia and traction, and we're currently developing opportunities in Singapore, Southeast Asia, and looking towards the UK and the US. But we can't keep doing this directly with these very large corporates. It's time to look at partnering with a fantastic insurance technology partner. So I'll just talk to two of these case studies. So in the case of Woolworths Insurance, they started with a claims management journey to expedite that and to increase customer satisfaction. As you can see, they achieved a CSAT score of 93% and various other metrics. And so now they're actually rolling out our solution to onboard and to renew all of their general insurance customers. And similarly with AIA, we started with a proof of concept, and that was so successful, and they've actually now started using it to also retain and reduce churn, and also for their vitality journeys. They entered it in a global digital innovation contest in Hong Kong, and it actually won. So that helped get us in front of all those countries as well. And additionally, we're planning to add to our tech stack a B2B version, because this is enterprise SaaS, and to, I guess, Canvify it. I'm not sure if that's a verb, but it is now. And democratise the platform so that, all insurers can use it, and particularly insurtechs, fintechs, we want to partner with others in the ecosystem. So I guess finally, I'm going to let this example do the talking. Okay. Oh, hang on, no. Oh, here it is, sorry. I think this is it. Why is it not playing? Sorry. Oh.
Hi, Penny. Thanks for stopping by this morning and exploring your car insurance options with Netcover. First up, let me know the postcode and the address where your car is usually parked at night, then click Next. Okay, thanks. Now let's find your car by rego number. Enter it below and then click Search. Ah, Ford Mustang convertible. Nice. Fantastic. Almost there. I'll work out the best price for you now. Like to purchase the policy, click Next to continue to our secure sign-up page.
A mini version of a customer journey. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now online we have Yasser for Works Platform. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Thank you very much to have me today with you. My name is Yasser Humam. I'm co-founder of Works Platform. Works Platform is an advanced enterprise no-code platform. Next, please. We are solving 4 major problems in the software industry with Works Platform. First one is software complexity. Building large enterprise-grade applications is very complex. Evolving those applications is even more complex. The second problem we're solving is the shortage of coders and developers, and this is a worldwide problem that's not going to be solved anytime soon. The other problem, which is quite big in the insurance industry, is the inflexibility of legacy systems. Moving those systems is very hard, and Works, we can bring a very flexible solution to that. And of course, all those problems will cause a lot of costs increase. Next slide, please. So Works Platform, next. Works Platform is a no-code platform and also a no-code generation. Means using drag and drop, you can build applications, large applications, we're not talking small applications, without any coding, without any code generation, which solves a bunch of problems, of coding problems. With that, we can reduce the delivery costs up to 80%, go 5 times faster to deliver. And of course, expand the workforce. No more technicians are needed to build enterprise-grade applications. Business analysts can do the work. Of course, with Works, you can build to work with those legacy systems and around them. And one of many features and innovations that we have in Works today is what we call speech to app. Basically, you can talk to Works, ask him to build you an application or to change features within an application. All this to make it very agile to the businesses, to evolve and to answer to the market requirements very fast. Next, please. So there are many low-code, no-code platforms now in the market. We got asked many times this same question, which is, what's the difference between Works and the other platforms? And we reply with another question, which is, with those other platforms, can you build a core banking system with it? Can you build a social security system and a pensions management system for a whole country? And the answer is no. With Works, you can, and we did. We have references in 12 countries today and expanding our work worldwide. With Works, you can build the full stack, front, back, mobile, multi-support, on-premise, and on the cloud. Just to give you an idea about the power of Works, we have built a POC for DXC Morocco. Basically, they gave us a description of an application for contracting and quotation to integrate with the GraphTalk. And we built it in 5 hours, few hours, with using one person, while it took weeks to build by DXC teams. Thank you very much.
I'd like to welcome on stage our last contestant, Tatiana from Curium. Welcome.
Thank you. It's Curium.
Curium. Not having much luck with the pronunciations of the startups.
So last but not least, the most exciting and easygoing topic of the day, compliance. Just to give you the sense of it. So before we get into this, when I said the word compliance, a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's hard, it's complicated, it's expensive, it adds a whole bunch of cost to your expenses, and also, as we've calculated, a lot of companies lose quite a bit of productivity. So this is an example of the General Insurance Code of Conduct that was rolled out 2 years ago in Australia. According to our case study, companies operating in claims, for example, that run their own claims operations, lose between 40 to 60% productivity. So a person doing a claim, having to do a manual workaround, and out of 8 hours that they work, because they can't work more in this country, they do 4 to 6 hours of workarounds a day. And that is a cost of $60,000 to $150,000 a year. And here you go. Compliance is expensive. And a lot of companies worldwide react by creating manual workarounds because systems don't move fast. Now, this is where we come in as a solution. So we've heard the word no code before, you've heard AI, you've heard a lot of different things. We've paired all of this to make compliance really, really simple, visual, data-driven, and most importantly, automated. We love automation. We can take out these 40% of loss. We can teach people to use our systems, but also to understand compliance on the most basic levels. We do use AI. You've seen this is our little robot at the bottom doing explainer videos. We have some fantastic results in terms of what people say and how they find compliance, and especially those who are really scared of it. Something like, it's the easiest thing I've ever seen. It only has 5 buttons for my staff to operate. It's really, really simple. It's really intuitive. If we operate on a standalone basis without integration, we can onboard a proper B2B client like an agency within 30 minutes. That's like very, very optimized for speed. If we're operating in larger environments and bigger environments, and let's assume regulation changes, which it does all the time, we can change the rules in the no-code layer and start calculating new timeframes, new requirements, new outputs, and also showing the traffic light system of where people are in terms of breach, no breach. One quick case study, one of our best clients, we turned around a company within 3 months. So people went from all stuff, and I'm not speaking compliance about stuff, all stuff, client service, claims, renewals, finance. They knew nothing about what compliance actually meant for them specifically, and in 3 months, everybody knew roughly what is an incident and a breach, and everybody could spot a complaint. Not 100% of the time, but pretty good. We've onboarded them in, as I said, 30 minutes. We have seen 12 times increase in reporting of incidents and breaches and spotting of the complaints. Especially amongst smaller players, it's a very, very big problem that translates to larger players like broker networks, underwriting securities for underwriting agencies. It translates into very significant risk. Compliance is a local solution, is a global problem, and every country invents different things how they're going to run it. Now, having worked in more than 20 countries before coming here, we figured the principles are the same. Thus, the no code to configure and make it faster. Thank you.
Thanks, Tanya. Thank you. And what an exciting array of entrants we've had this year. As every year, it's been a big roll-up, and I thank you all. It's also across Asia Pacific, and it's fabulous to see innovation so alive and well right across the Asia Pacific region, including over to the Middle East and Africa, which is all part of the entrance. I do want to thank our judges, and if you could join me at the end in thanking Troy, Ruth, Yusuf, Sivi, Simone and Terry. Thank you very much for your judging tonight. We won't be getting the winners up onto stage. What we'll do is we'll publish on LinkedIn a bit more of an acceptance speech. This is all available on LinkedIn, so if someone's missed tonight, please come back, listen to it on LinkedIn. Once again, I want to thank UTS, I want to thank Insurtech Australia, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in and supporting startups. I mean, this is a really important, vibrant part of the insurance industry, as you've seen, running right across the region. And now I'll ask Matt, I'll just do a check that Matt's got the winner. We've got one more judge coming in. And I should point out too, DXC don't judge this, we let the industry judge it. So I really do appreciate that we've got areas from Saudi all the way through to New Zealand, right across the region, all judging this. They are nearly there, I think. And I'm being told to stretch. I think I am stretching. But I do, look, this is our 6th year, and I know some of you And I really had to hold back from making some comments because we make sure it's a level playing field. But I do thank those that have come back again. Some of you are very well known to DXC and the industry, and that's another reason why we don't judge it, because some of you we've worked with, and we have seen you start up, and I'm very proud to hear from people like Georgie and Bruce and Dan that have done many startups. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone that's been multiple times here, and it's great to see the way that startup continues as their businesses grow and go into other areas, and yet again come back for another startup.
Do you have a memorable moment from previous DXC invitations?
I think we've had some pretty good pitches. I do really like the work of Daisy because they started, and they've been on a very long journey of development, and it's been fantastic today. Spring Day, I think, is one. We have had some very varied ones, from funerals for life insurance all the way through. It's been quite diverse. I do like this year how there's a lot more mental health. I think that's something we are all much more open about talking about, which is just so important, that the mental health crisis, I think, in Australia, we see it because we talk about it a lot more, and that means we can help people a lot more. And also the workers' comp is getting more and more. And with that, I am handed category 1. I don't get to open it, it's written on the back. Mood flex. And category 2 is coming up. As I said at the start though, if you aren't a winner, doesn't mean we're not going to want to partner with you. It doesn't mean you won't get a phone call from someone that's watching this online and has a problem that you're going to solve. So like Australian Idol, you can end up with more albums even if you're not number 1. And category 2, congratulations to AirDocs. Congratulations. And I really want to thank you all for the effort. I know pitching takes time. Thank you very much. I do want to, Murray, can you come up here? Murray's been behind the scenes, sweating, turning air conditioners on and off, controlling, dealing with everything. Thank you, Murray, for your support. I'll make sure you're on camera. And thank you for all the work you've done tonight over the last 2 hours.
No, I had the easy job compared to everyone else. That was good.
Thanks, Murray. Any messages for startups from UTS and Startup Master and the broader?
The importance of working with an organisation like DXC. We're in Australia, you need the support, and to support the incumbents to have the kind of productivity uplift that startups can provide. So I think this is a perfect forum for that. I can hear myself in my ear. But it's wonderful to see, and thank you very much again.
Thanks, Murray.
Okay.
And Murray, I know I've come down at different times. This is a startup hub here. For those of you online that are watching, if you do need graduates, if you do need anyone that's got startup experience, skills, UTS has done a great job developing the next generation of startup entrepreneurs. So well done, UTS. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Insurtech Australia. And have a good night. Thank you, everyone.